start the ceremony. Here is David Holtzman.
The Centers for Disease Control is working hard. We're on a roll, protecting you from noxious bugs with ugly protoplasmic mugs. Morbidity, mortality, 'tis the essence of reality. Oh, morbidity, mortality, 'tis the essence of reality. We're monitoring the nation's health statistically and with stealth to find what makes the people sick and ails the body. Politics, soft money, morbidity, mortality, 'tis the essence of reality. Oh, morbidity, mortality, 'tis the essence of reality. Thank you. And having said that, it's time for the Ig Nobel Prize ceremony to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 10th First Annual Ig Nobel Prize Ceremony. The ceremony is inflicted on you by the science humor magazine, The Annals of Improbable Research, better known as AIR, and by the Harvard Radcliffe Science Fiction Association, better known as HRSAFA, and by the Harvard Computer Society, who want to be better known, and by the Harvard Radcliffe Society of Physics students, who know better than to want to be better known, and by Duck Brand Bubble Wrap, which, as you know, is the official substance of the 2000 Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. And finally, by a strange but wonderful funny book entitled The Best of the Annals of Improbable Research, now available in German, Italian, and English, and soon in Chinese. We're gathered here tonight at Sanders Theater at Harvard University, and we begin tonight's ceremony with the entrance of the Nobel laureates, the Ig Nobel Prize winners, the great intelligence debaters, and other assorted ignitaries. Coming soon to a stage near you, the Nobel laureates, the Ig Nobel Prize winners, the great intelligence debaters, and other assorted dignitaries. My name is Karen Hopkin. I'm the creator of the Stud Muffins of Science calendar. I'm here tonight to represent the flowering of womanly intelligence.
Hi, my name is Kate Eppers. I represent the flowering of youthful intelligence, and I really like this calendar.
And now, the grand entrance parade of the marching delegates, led by the exalted Grand High Panjandrums of delegations, Margaret Ann Gray, who couldn't be with us last year because of the and by minor domo Nyla Robinson. Hi, Nyla. Okay, let's begin our parade. As I introduce each delegation, it will make its presence known. Audience, please greet them with all the respect that they deserve. Beginning the parade, we have this evening the Ig Nobel Choir, the award-winning, world-renowned official choir of the Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. We also have Mensa, the High IQ Society. Mensa, and the Harvard Computer Society. Marching in binary. They'll be ranking the evening's events. And we have the Brain Trust. The Brain Trust is here with Bell's palsy on. And marching we have the Lawyers for and Against Intelligence. Lawyers for and Against Intelligence. And we have the New England Skeptical Society here tonight. They represent alien intelligence. And the League of Junior Scientists, up past their bedtime this evening. We also have representatives from the Boston University Department of Chemistry, the FUBARD Intelligence Group, or FBI. And also we have PIMP, the elusive cosmic PIMP particles from the Northeastern Physics Department. We also have the Harvard Radcliffe Science Fiction Association. Here's they represent the Harvard Radcliffe Counterintelligence. And we have the Evil Geniuses for a Better Tomorrow. And finally, the Museum of Bad Art, better known as MOBA. And spectacularly bad art it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, literati, glitterati, and pseudo-intellectuals. I am proud to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, the editor of the Annals of Improbable Research, the Chief Airhead, Mark Abrams. And now our Chief Airhead, Mark Abrams.
We are gathered here tonight, some of us with laryngitis, to honor people whose achievements cannot or should not be reproduced. The ceremony is produced by the science humor magazine Annals of Improbable Research. And the IG is proudly co-sponsored by the Harvard-Radcliffe Science Fiction Association, and by the Harvard Computer Society, and by the Harvard-Radcliffe Society of Physics Students, and by Duck Brand Bubble Wrap, the official substance of the 2000 Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. Tonight, 10 prizes will be given. The achievements speak for themselves all too eloquently. And now let me introduce the several hundred people who are littering our stage here. First, our Nobel laureates. A 1993 Nobel laureate in physiology or medicine from New England Biolabs, Richard Roberts. A 1986 Nobel laureate in chemistry from Harvard University, Dudley Hirschbach. Past president of the Physicians for Human Rights, which shared the 1997 Nobel Peace Prize from Santa Fe, New Mexico, Charles Clements. A 1976 Nobel laureate in chemistry, William Lipscomb, has been feeling. William Lipscomb, who is always with us, is ill right now. He's recovering, but we all thought it was best if he took the night off. Two others of our regular core, Robert Wilson and Sheldon Glashow, were just called out of town, but they'll be back next year. And 1990 Nobel laureate in physics, Jerome Friedman, as usual, was prevented from joining us. He does join us now, however, via the magic of audio tape and slides. Well, he has laryngitis more than I do, apparently. And now some other people. Our major domo, Gary Dreyfus. Our minor domos, Tiziana Di Matteo, Harpal Kohli, Matt Lena, Julia Lunetta, James Mahoney, David Molnar, Paul Gus Moreno, Nyla Robinson, and our henchman, Joel Sindelar. Our hall monitors, Robin Pierce and Stanley Eigen. Our performing Swedish scientists, Joost Bonson, Isabel Rosenberg, and Daniel Rosenberg. More introductions, the human spotlights, Silvery Jim Brett and Isabel Rosenberg. The official keepers of the mop, who will sweep detritus from the stage, Roy Glauber and Doug Berman. Our command and control elements, the Ig Nobel referee, Mr. John Barrett. For those worried about sex and violence, our V-chip monitor will attempt to block anything offensive from reaching your eyes, ears, or fingertips. Here's our V-chip monitor, William J. Maloney. Mr. Maloney, will you please signal your displeasure? Thank you. As you know, we used to have a problem at this ceremony. Many of the speakers would exceed their allotted time. Last year, we found a way to solve this problem. That solution is called Miss Sweetie Poo. Please welcome the charming, the delightful, the ever so cute Miss Sweetie Poo. Miss Sweetie Poo, would you please demonstrate what you will do whenever someone is exceeding his time limit?
Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored.
Okay,
Please
thank you, Miss
stop.
Sweetie Poo.
I'm
And
bored.
thank you, Miss Sweetie Poo. All right. Now on with the introductions. Our house musicians, the Ig Leaves, Nick Karstoyer, Jonathan Webeski, Mark Williamson, and Stephen Perovine. Our operatic pianist from New Zealand, Mr. Greg Neal. And finally, a convicted felon from MIT and a member of the AIR editorial board, the man whose worm program shut down the internet, Robert T. Morris. It's Mr. Morris who is controlling the internet feed. If you're watching us live on your computer, you can relax. Your computer is in good hands. There are other important people up here. You'll meet them later. The live internet telecast is made possible with generous help from our biological and chemical friends at BioMedNet and ChemWeb. That's www.biomednet.com and www.chemweb.com. If you're watching live, you can take part in a worldwide Ig Nobel Ig Watching survey. The ceremony will later be broadcast on National Public Radio's Talk of the Nation Science Friday with Ira Flato. And now it's my honor to introduce our presiding monarchs. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the King and Queen of Swedish Meatballs. They're already here. They're already here. That's okay. They're already here. You can sit down if you like. And now, Miriam Bloom will give the traditional Ig Nobel welcome speech.
Welcome, welcome.
And now, here's a word about healthcare from a longtime sponsor of the Ig Nobel ceremony, everyone's favorite healthcare provider, HMO No.
Hello, I'm Knuckles Finkelstein, Marketing Director of HMO No, and I've got a word about your health from our favorite health plan, HMO No.
With healthcare, you know that experience matters.
Whether you're having a liver transplant or a rectal exam, in medical affairs, the three things that matter most about your doctor are experience, experience, experience.
That's why we at HMO Know developed our experienced doctor guarantee. We guarantee that our doctors have had more experiences than any professional guidelines recommend.
You know, on a typical day, our doctors see more patients than an old-fashioned doctor or a modern primary care provider would see in a month. This experience lets them diagnose, treat, and dismiss your ailment quickly and confidently, no matter what you have.
Experience our experience. You'll notice the difference.
HMO. No.
Oh, no!
Because we care about you.
And your pocketbook.
The editors of the Annals of Improbable Research have chosen a theme for this year's ceremony. That theme is intelligence. To introduce the theme of intelligence, here are two past winners of the Ig Nobel Prize. Each will step up and say a few brief words to you. First, a 1996 Ig Nobel Prize winner, the creator of the plastic pink flamingo, Don Featherstone, and his wife, Nancy Featherstone.
Well, the whole thing's about intelligence. When I came out of art school, I knew that if I went up to a garret, I'd starve to death while I was painting. So I got out and got a job. I worked in plastic, and I decided to make things for people with poor taste, because there's more of them than there are the people with good taste. So we made a flamingo. Then I was intelligent enough to know that if it sells very well in pink, it might sell well in other colors. So I came out with a snow mingo in white, and a blue mingo, a couple of others. Then realizing poor taste isn't for everybody, even the rich people have poor taste. So we come out with a larger flamingo called a real mingo for people with better poor taste. Then being intelligent enough to know you got to milk this right to the end, we wrote in a book. The book is about flamingos. We used photographs from a photo contest.
Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored.
Have a lollipop, little girl.
No, thank you.
Oh, it's good for your
Please
teeth.
stop. I'm bored.
How would you like a
Please
nice
stop.
beanie baby?
I'm bored.
It's by Ty.
No, thank you. Please stop. I'm bored.
Now I'm intelligent enough to know that if I don't stop, she won't stop. Thank you. You can have that anyway. And you can have this.
Next, a 1999 Ig Nobel Prize winner, the inventor of the self-perfuming business suit, Mr. Hyuk Ho Kwon.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel highly honored to have the opportunity of speaking to you once again. Privately speaking, I have had a lot of telephones from the famous presses since my being awarded prize last year. Thanks to such a popularity, my suit came to rags because many people got together so as to sniff a fragrance of my suit. It was a pity that my newly made business suit came to rags. It's very expensive in Korea too. Anyway, I have developed some kinds of new functional business suit since the prize award. They are the vitamin suit and the yellow soil ones. The former has the principle that the vitamin in suit is attached and absorbed in our body skin, and the latter has a function that yellow soil takes in antibiotics and take better smell off. Due to this functional suit, however famous I've got in the world, I still wonder if the real aroma, which I wish and pray in God, will be given out in my living too. And just as I had a speech to you last year, I pray in God that okay.
Please stop. I'm bored.
Let me finish.
Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop.
Thank you with all my heart.
I'm bored.
Now get set for something very special. Throughout the evening, we'll be conducting the Great Intelligence Debate. This is a series of rounds to determine who is the most intelligent person in the world. The winner will receive a year's personal supply of Duck Brand bubble wrap. Here are the rules. Each round will pit one individual against another. Each round will last 30 seconds, with both people talking at the same time. The time limit will be enforced by Mr. John Barrett, our referee. Each round will be scored by the Nobel laureates, who will hold up placards on which they estimate the IQ of the winner. Mr. Barrett, would you care to say a word? Our referee, Mr. Barrett.
Keep it clean, gentlemen.
Intelligence debate number 1. Ray Kurzweil, inventor of the reading machine for the blind and the Kurzweil music synthesizer, author and philosopher, versus Paul Berman, the smartest Harvard undergraduate, selected as such in a random drawing. Ray Kurzweil versus Paul Berman. On your marks, get set, go.
Flying pigs are the wave of the future, using nanotechnology and artificial intelligence.
Which means absolutely
they will
nothing.
be flying
Moreover,
all over the
I will
world.
create the Nietzschean paradigm
And they
that
will
were you
change
smarter than me, I could not
the
stand to
relationship
be
between humans and
unsmarter than
animals
you.
once and for all, and change the course of human civilization.
Forget you, you suck.
Time, scoring, gentlemen. And the winner is the smartest Harvard undergraduate. No grumbling, please take your seats. Intelligence debate number 2. Osmond M. Baker, the smartest MIT undergraduate, selected as such in a random drawing, versus Michael Baum, Australian Consul General and philosopher. Osmond M. Baker versus Michael Baum. On your marks, get set, go.
By the second law of thermodynamics, I am the smartest person in the world. The second law of thermodynamics says that state of highest energy, which corresponds to state of the smartest, is the least likely state. So, because there's no one like me, thus I am the smartest person in the world.
While the sunshine make your hay, where the will is there's a
Yeah.
Beard the lion
Shakespeare my butt. Yeah, whatever.
Only the brave deserve the fair.
Scoring, please. And the winner is Michael Baum. No grumbling. Take your seats, please. Intelligence debate number 3. Jerome Letvin, MIT biologist, neurologist, psychiatrist, and philosopher, versus 10 members of Mensa, the International Society for People with High IQs. Jerome Letvin versus 10 members of Mensa. On your marks, get set, go.
Mensa rules.
Oh, all right, good. Nothing is more interesting in science.
No errors.
No density of complex relations that is nothing is far greater than suppose. From a medical standpoint, nothing is the only known agent that has no side effects. So far as I'm concerned, I've studied nothing all my life.
Scoring, please. And the winner is, we have a tie. Sit down, no grumbling, please. And now, just before we begin, you can sit down. Really, you can sit down. Now, just before we begin announcing this year's Ig Nobel Prizes, here is a musical treat, the world premiere of a new mini opera called The Brain Food Opera. If you're listening on radio, you can read the words on our website. There are 3 acts, 1 now, 2 later. It stars Margot Button and Brian Nash as a happily married couple, and the Nobel laureates as, well, you'll see. Now, here is our narrator, Lisa Mullins.
Tonight's opera is an educational tale. It's about a man and woman who want to be the most intelligent couple on earth, but they disagree on how to go about it. He insists they should eat nothing but fish. She insists on brains and nothing but. Let's listen as they discuss this intellectual fine point.
My dream is just to be the smartest person ever. I'll be wise and I'll be clever.
I'll be wise and, well, whatever.
I know just what to do. A very special diet. And I know I'll have to try it.
I am sure it's time to try it.
If brains are what you need to make your life complete, it only stands to reason that it's brains that you must eat. So that's what I
just eat fish, my favorite dish, though once I shunned it. Fish, yum yum delish, I'll get my wish and be a pundit. Trout, cod, or barracuda, salmon will make me shrewder. Boil, bake, saute, or fry it. I know at last I found the perfect diet. Fish,
Margot Button and Brian Nash. And now, let's get it over with, ladies and gentlemen, the awarding of the 2000 Ig Nobel Prizes. We're giving away 10 prizes. The winners come from 8 nations: Australia, Canada, England, Italy, the Netherlands, Scotland, the United States, and Southern California. This year's winners have truly earned their prizes. Kate, tell them what they've won.
This year's winners each get a yellow plastic garbage bag. Inside is a treasure trove of goodies, an Ig Nobel Prize wrapped in genuine Duck Brand bubble wrap.
What else?
A map of the bus route that runs through Massachusetts Avenue, and it goes through the Harvard campus and the MIT campus. It used to cost 85 cents, but they just raised the fare for.
The fare for?
The fare for.
What else?
A copy of that very funny book, The Annals of Improbable Research, the best of Annals of Improbable Research.
And what else?
A piece of genuine Duck Brand bubble tape wrap.
Thank you, Kate, but that's not all. The noted sculptor Carol Spack has created a splendid Ig Nobel medallion for each of tonight's winners. It is to be worn around the neck, and it's made of genuine concrete. And this is the coveted Ig Nobel Prize. I don't want it. And now our winners. First, the Psychology Prize. The Ig Nobel Psychology Prize this year is awarded to David Dunning of Cornell University and Justin Kruger of the University of Illinois for their modest report, Unskilled and Unaware of It, How Difficulties in Recognizing One's Own Incompetence Lead to Inflated Self-Assessments. The winners could not or would not be with us tonight. The Literature Prize. The Ig Nobel Literature Prize this year is awarded to The Ig Nobel Literature Prize this year is awarded to Jasmuheen, formerly known as Ellen Grieve of Australia, First Lady of Breatharianism, for her book Living on Light, which explains that although some people do eat food, they don't ever really need to. The winner could not or would not be with us tonight, and she will be congratulated on tape by Nobel laureate Walter Gilbert. And accepting the prize on behalf of Jasmuheen is the Consul General from Australia, Michael Bohm.
As the poet said, or would have said if he'd thought of it, to eat and drink will your good health impair. Consume no food, did Jasmuheen declare. Then grieve for Helen, leaven her despair. Her stomach failed to test when fed just air. Now, as the poet didn't say, but I did, the search for truth should never be circumscribed, that is cut short, by cynicism, nor frustrated by fears of failure. Her triumph over these forces marks tonight's honoree. She ignored the disastrous impact of her failure to be recognised until tonight, the work of one of Australia's most renowned airheads. Helen Grieve, better known by her scientific appellation, Jasmuheen. But not even tonight's award fully encompasses her valiant attempt to meet the greatest challenge we face, how to preserve our civilization by repairing our atmosphere, particularly by fixing up the ozone hole. Her solution is aimed at the greatest controllable emission, which is, as you know, not fossil fuel, but flatulence by man and beast. To get to the bottom of this problem of excessive passing of wind, or gas in your vernacular, which is generated by eating food and by the animals we eat, she recognised that human, porcine and bovine farting must be curbed if civilization is not to be destroyed. Her thesis rests on the significant difference between air and wind. By consuming air, we avoid passing wind, and so civilization is saved. So far, her own stomach has let her down, but that's no reason to give up. The windbags who denounce her have taken on too many airs. We do not sniff at this belated recognition of her far-sighted fight against flatulence. And the last evidence is the most telling. Air, A-I-R. Mark Abrams has been living on it for years.
Please stop. I'm bored.
So am I.
Please stop. Here is a very special personal tribute to the Literature Prize winner, the director of Harvard Dining Services, the person responsible for running all the meal services at Harvard University, Ted Mayer.
Thank you. As the person responsible for feeding 10,000 hungry Harvard students, I think the idea is splendid and I think it has real merit.
No. I've been a graduate student in this university for 12 years, all right? And furthermore, this woman is a countrywoman of mine. And I have eaten in the dining halls here every day of those 12 years. And I can tell you her idea has a great deal of merit if it just saves one person from having... What do you want?
Look over there.
What?
Thank you.
What are you doing? No! Hang on, I've got stuff to say here. Leave me alone. No!
Real merit.
Now, please give your attention to Nobel laureate Charles Clements.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to stand in a moment of science.
Big spot.
Over here.
On him.
Spotlight
here.
on him.
Him. There.
The Biology Prize. The Ig Nobel Biology Prize this year is awarded to Richard Wasser-Sugg of Dalhousie University, Canada, for his first-hand report on the comparative palatability of some dry season tadpoles from Costa Rica. He'll be congratulated on slide and via tape by Nobel laureate Mel Schwartz.
I congratulate you, sir, or madam, as the case may be, on your famous award. I hope that you will treat it seriously.
Wow, thank you. I'll tell you, in 30 years, I never dreamed that I'd be here. Of course, I've been lucky to have more interesting things to dream about in the last 30 years. However, I'm pleased that finally there is a Nobel Prize for some research that isn't simply another piece of tasteless research. I want to point out that in the title of my talk, the reference to dry season refers to the time of the year when the tadpoles are found. This is not a reference to how the tadpoles were prepared. They were neither dried nor seasoned. However, I want to thank all my fellow graduate students in the jungle biology course we took 30 years ago who willingly chewed up tadpoles for the reward of a few beer. They are heroes to me, and I thank them all. And Tom Keyes, wherever you are, I still owe you some beers. I specifically want to salute Hugh Cott, who pioneered the gentlemanly science of tasting wildlife from strange places in an effort to help British soldiers find nourishment when stranded in outposts during World War II.
Please stop. I'm
Hey, Sweetie Pie, we eat tads. You look like a little tad to me. We eat tads.
I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored.
Bye.
And here with a special personal tribute to the Biology Prize winner, please welcome the Director of Harvard Dining Services, the person responsible for running all the meal services at Harvard University, Ted Mayer.
Thank you. As a person responsible for feeding 10,000 hungry Harvard students, I think this is a splendid idea and has real merit.
Listen, I keep telling you, I have been a graduate student here for 17 years, and I have eaten in the dining halls every single day, 4 times a day, for every... Step forward. What are you doing? No, every day for about 14 of those 5 years, and I'm... No!
We have been conducting a live survey of everyone who is watching this ceremony on the internet. Here are the intelligence twins from BioMedNet and ChemWeb delivering news of the preliminary results.
We asked, our first question was a very, very important question, and it's this: is the ability to start a ceremony on time a sign of intelligence? 20% of poll respondents say yes, 8% said maybe, 12% said who cares, and 35% said, is there still time to go out and get a drink?
The Physics Prize. The Ig Nobel Physics Prize is awarded this year to Andre Geim of the University of Nijmegen in the Netherlands and Sir Michael Berry of Bristol University, UK, for using magnets to levitate a frog. And a sumo wrestler.
That's supposed to be a video of a flying frog, but I'm afraid our ceremony master lost not only his voice, but also my videotape. So what can I say? The most improbable about this story is that 3 years ago, no, it's here, there are different images. The most improbable about this story is that it was advertised a few years ago by the media as the best discovery of all times and nations. So it led to plenty of different suggestions how to use this levitation. Let me read a few of those. These strawberries we grow, by the way, in Holland, such big ones. So someone wrote to me asking, if you can levitate a frog, why can't you put your magnet in the trunk of my car so I can avoid traffic jams? Or my brother-in-law in a hospital in coma, could you please levitate him? The most funny one came from the leader of a small sect in Britain who offered us £1 million if we could levitate him in front of his congregation to improve his public relations, apparently. The most improbable letter and the most probably gratifying one was a cute letter from a little girl like this one waiting there, which read something like that. Dear sir, blah, 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 could you please, blah, 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 could you please send me more information about your flying frogs? I'm 9 years old and I want to become a scientist. I rest my case. I am too bored.
And now, Act Two of our opera. Here is our narrator, Lisa Mullins.
When we last saw our happy couple, he intended to stuff himself with fish, and she was planning to eat nothing but brains. Let's join them now as they criticize each other's taste.
The Chemistry Prize. The Ig Nobel Chemistry Prize is awarded to Donatella Marazziti, Alessandra Rossi, Giovanni Cassano of the University of Pisa, and Hagop Akiskal of the University of California, San Diego, for their discovery that biochemically, romantic love may be indistinguishable from having severe obsessive-compulsive disease. The winner will be congratulated on tape and by slide by Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel. The winner had planned to join us, but a sudden illness in her family kept her from traveling here from Italy. However, we do have a speech she sent on tape after Elie Wiesel. Nobel.
Extraordinary in the world, which probably you have deserved richly. I don't know why, nor do you. Perhaps those who give it to you do know. In that case, they should be congratulated.
And following those eloquent words from Elie Wiesel, here is, by slide and tape, Donatella Marazziti. Who seems to have laryngitis. It's crossing the Atlantic. Do we have the tape of that? Well, if a lovely female voice crops up soon, you'll know who it is. The Economics Prize. This is a long citation. I hope you will bear with me. The Ig Nobel Economics Prize this year is awarded to the Reverend Sun Myung Moon for bringing efficiency and steady growth to the mass marriage industry with, according to his reports, a 36-couple wedding in 1960, a 430-couple wedding in 1968, an 1,800-couple wedding in 1975, a 6,000-couple wedding in 1982, a 30,000-couple wedding in 1992, a 360,000-couple wedding in 1995, and a 36 million couple wedding in 1997. The winner could not or would not be with us tonight. And now it's time for the Win a Date with a Nobel Laureate contest.
Rich, do you want to stand up? Svelte, sexy, and you just want to bite him. Rich Roberts won a Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1993 for his discovery of split genes. A strict vegetarian, Rich adores a nice plate of baked beans on toast. Rich keeps in fabulous physical shape by playing croquet and drinking white wine. And he appeared as Dr. December in 1997 in the Stud Muffins of Science calendar. He's quite the package, so please give a warm win-a-date welcome to Rich Roberts.
Now, let's see which lucky audience member will win a date with this Nobel laureate. When you entered the hall, the ushers handed you an attractive printed program. Please pick it up and turn to page 6. One program has a special picture there of Sigmund Freud scratching his head. If you have that program with that picture, then you have won a date with this Nobel laureate. Please come on up and claim your prize. And now, please give your attention to Nobel laureate Dudley Hirschbach.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join me in a moment of science?
turn off the spotlight?
Sir, everyone's favorite healthcare facility, HMO No.
Hello again. I'm Knuckles Finkelstein, the marketing director for HMO No. And here's another word about your health care from HMO No.
We're living in absolutely wonderful times. Thanks to direct-to-consumer pharmaceutical advertising, you, the patient, know best what you have and how to treat it. At HMO No, we encourage you to take charge of your own health care.
We are introducing HMO No's You're the Doc program. When you visit an HMO No facility, our doctors won't bother you with time-consuming and maybe embarrassing questions. Instead, you simply tell us what's wrong with you and how you want us to treat it.
It's as simple as that.
Then write us a check.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
HMO No.
Oh, no!
Because we care about you.
And your pocketbook.
Very nice.
The Medicine Prize. The Ig Nobel Medicine Prize is awarded this year to Willebrord, Weimar Schultz, Peck van Andel, and Edward Boeyaert of Groningen, the Netherlands, and Ida Sibelius of Amsterdam for their illuminating report, Magnetic Resonance Imaging of Male and Female Genitals During Coitus and Female Sexual Arousal. Winners will be congratulated via audio tape by Nobel laureate Phil Sharp. And here is Peck van Andel.
Congratulations, I guess, on this recognition of years of hard effort.
We lost track of him, but he is here. Peck van Andel.
Ig Nobel comes from the Latin ig nobilis, for unknown. The sophist knew that you can't look for the unknown because then you don't know where to look for. And the unknown cannot be derived from the known either, because then it wouldn't be really new. To find something to find something truly new, you need an unpredictable element, a strange observation, idea or experiment. The new comes as a surprise. When I once saw an odd scan of the throat of an American singer singing A, I wondered why not make a scan of a love act. The idea came spontaneously as the French poet wrote, "Moi, je pense jamais, mes idées pensent pour moi." The hardware was no problem. I took the table out of the tube of the scanner, and that gave just enough space to make love in the tube. The software, no problem. We programmed a scan of a liver in a patient of 300 pounds. The wetware, we had more than enough volunteers. The problem was the red tape. So our practical joke study started as bootlegging, clandestine and black. Then it became grey and later white, and now it's heated in the limelights of humor. Our scan revealed that the penis in the so-called missionary position, that's an expression in Holland, gets, I don't know why, that penis of that missionary in that position gets the form of a boomerang with a huge root. And the uterus stays unchanged. And not as Masters and Johnson say, that it becomes bigger. The only thing that gets a greater volume is the bladder. And what we saw is that sexual arousal has a diuretic effect. As every woman knows, but the MRI tells us this for the first time. Of course, our article was refused twice by Nature and once by the British Medical Journal.
Please stop.
Thank you.
I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop. I'm bored. Please stop.
That is exactly what the red tape told us. That's why the study took 10 years. But finally, the British Medical Journal Xmas issue took the article after a check in Holland behind our back whether the article was not fake. This is really true. That is how our Spielerei nebenbei resulted in Ernst-im-Spiel. The lesson of all this is that you should cherish your idiot idea, push it through, even through your boss and your bosses if needed. And if you hit on a surprise, study it and publish it. And thank for the Ig Nobel Prize for the result of love among the magnets.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a demonstration. I'm afraid the vision monitor has terminated our demonstration. Now, let's pause for something very different and very special, a piece of science history. Although Professor William Lipscomb was not able to be with us tonight because of a slight illness, he is here in another form. Ladies and gentlemen, witness now the public premiere of a slide presentation prepared for the 80th.
Excuse me, just a second. One of the laureates ordered some pizzas. These were just delivered. Sorry.
I'm sorry to have to bring this up, but it seems that one of the Nobel laureates ordered a pizza, but has neglected to pay for it. Is there anyone who would like to chip in $8? Anyway, while they are enjoying this repast, we will now enjoy a special slide presentation. It was prepared for the 80th birthday party of Professor William Lipscomb, the Nobel laureate. It is entitled Professor Lipscomb's Secret Mission. Lights down. The king entrusts Professor Lipscomb with a secret mission. The other side lays a trap for Professor Lipscomb. Professor Lipscomb goes incognito to the gala. Professor Lipscomb goes undercover amongst the natives. And the king's secret is safe once and forever. Thanks to Professor Lipscomb. The Computer Science Prize. The Ig Nobel Prize in Computer Science is awarded to Chris Nicewander of Tucson, Arizona, for inventing Paw Sense, software that detects when a cat is walking across your computer keyboard.
Most importantly, I'd like to thank my sister's cat Phobos for persuading me that this was a really, really good idea. I guess that's really all I have to say. Thanks, Phobos, for persuading me it was a really good idea.
We've been continuing our live survey of everyone who's watching the ceremony on the internet. Here again are the intelligence twins from BioMedNet and ChemWeb delivering news of the final results of the survey.
And now for a really important question. Is enjoying opera a sign of superior intelligence? 18% of you say, as if. 19% of you say, talk to the hand. 22% of you say, hello. And 41% of you say, I can't hear you, I'm listening to the Backstreet Boys on my CD player.
The Peace Prize. The Ig Nobel Peace Prize is awarded this year to the British Royal Navy for ordering its sailors to stop using live cannon shells and to instead just say bang. The winners could not or would not join us tonight. Accepting on behalf of the British Royal Navy, here is Nobel laureate Rich Roberts.
Well, I must admit, I never thought I would be here representing the British Navy. Fortunately, they abandoned conscription in England 1 year before I was eligible. However, I have to admit that it's very demeaning to have to stand there and say bang. And so I brought along an alternative which I'm hoping the Royal Navy will accept. Now, in the interest of cutting costs, it occurred to me there are a few other ways in which the Navy might think about doing this. One of them relates to these terribly expensive uniforms that they have to put on. And after consultation with my 11-year-old daughter Amanda, she came up with the following design to save some money on admirals' hats. There's one other thing. You know, it's really awfully expensive to keep moving these boats around all the time. And it occurred to me that perhaps one thing that could happen is we could replace most, maybe all of the boats with some plastic boats that we just anchored in strategic places. You remember this worked for the Air Force, the Royal Air Force, during the war when they set up these dummy planes to fool the Germans in East Anglia. And now a moment of British pride. Those of you who have watched the Olympics, well, maybe not those who watched here, but those who watched elsewhere, will know that the Brits did rather well in rowing. Suggests another alternative for the Navy.
And now we will finish the great intelligence debate. Intelligence debate number 7A. Dean Kamen, inventor of the iBot personal motion device, founder of the National Robotics Competition for high school students, and philosopher. versus 3 Nobel laureates. Team Cayman versus 3 Nobel laureates. On your mark, get set, go.
What else do you need to know?
That's right. Not much need to be said. The less said, the better on an occasion like this. That's right. Yeah, but we get to do the scoring, remember?
Would the Nobel laureates please compute the score?
1, 2.
And the winner is the decision by the Nobel laureates. The winner is the Nobel laureates. All right, sit down, no grumbling. Intelligence debate number 9. Jamil Mawad, former president of the nation of Ecuador and philosopher. Versus Leonid Hambro, former principal pianist of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra and former touring partner of Victor Borga and philosopher. Jamil Mawad versus Leonid Hambro. On your marks, get set, go.
We are the finalists, so we are going to win. I am here because you told me that we're going to win. Come to debate. What are you doing there? Come here. Don't run. Come here. We have to debate. Come. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
The laureate score. And on a surprising decision by the Nobel laureates, the winner is Leonid Hambro, the pianist.
I was going to win. I want to kill you.
The president has pointed out to us that we have not thought this through as completely as perhaps we should have. All right, here's what we're going to do. In the interest of fairness, we are adding one additional round to this debate. Here it is, the final round of the debate. This is winner take all of the previous contestants together.
Oh my God, it's Bill Gates!
All of the previous contestants versus Miss Sweetie Pooh. All the previous contestants versus Miss Sweetie Pooh. On your marks, get set, go.
Please stop. I'm bored.
Stop, you're boring! Stop, you're boring! Quiete, por favor!
And the match has been stopped by the referee. This is scored referee's decision. The winner, Miss Sweetie Pooh. And now the final prize of the evening, the Public Health Prize. The Ig Nobel Prize for Public Health is given this year to Jonathan Wyatt, Gordon McNaughton, and William Tullett of Glasgow, Scotland, for their alarming report, The Collapse of Toilets in Glasgow.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful honor to be here tonight. You won't believe it, but our research has previously been dismissed as a mere flash in the pan. But this ceremony's been able to show it in its true light. Gordon, this is Gordon here from Scotland, he would particularly like to thank you for your American hospitality. Just to explain for those of you who don't understand why it is that Scotsmen wear kilts, he's been trying out your toilets, and he finds it very easy with this particular kilt to try out a number of toilets, and so far so good. I'll hand you on to Gordon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. To link in with tonight's intelligence theme, we thought it would be an opportunity to, if we can have a slide please, just mention one of England's most famous plumbers here, and that is Mr. Thomas Crapper, who, in fact, without his intelligence and his invention of the flush toilet, we would not be standing here tonight. Thank you very much.
We have a demonstration. I'm afraid the VCHIP monitor has called off our demonstration. By the way, that lovely piece of music was composed specially for this occasion. It's entitled Toilets O Glasgow. And now, that's enough of that lovely composition, thank you. And now, the final act of our opera, starring Margot Button as her, Brian Nash as he, and introducing the Nobel laureates as suppliers of brain food. And now, here is our narrator, Lisa Mullins.
Years have passed since we last saw our happy couple. Perhaps inevitably, publicity for their simple diets has caught the public's imagination. Our couple have become genuine celebrities. How unfortunate, then. The brains that she ate came from mad cows, and she contracted mad cow disease. The fish that he ate was contaminated with mercury, and he came down with Mad Hatter's disease. But their love deepened. Yes, they were mad for each other. Let's join them now as they find a way to reconcile their differences and as they come up with the world's next big diet fad.
It's clear fish and brains are not merely a fad. if only the two of us weren't so intelligent, my dear, then it's clear then I surely would be madder than a hatter, and you would be madder than a cow.
The public seem to be wanting brains and fish. They always ask for the latest diet, and they won't stop not until they try it. Of course they must have it right away.
A dream has come true for me and for you. We would not bear it if we don't share it with the world.
My darling, it's no, it's you I adore. And your IQ, there's no one like you in all the world today. And so, minor side effects we can ignore, like conniptions and heebie-jeebies and maybe death.
Perhaps these diets will be passé someday.
Perhaps we could refine them.
Or better yet, combine them. Fish.
Brains.
Fish.
Fish brains.
Fish brains! Hooray! You are brilliant, my dear.
So
let's stop singing and begin eating fish brains.
Fish, fish,
And now, Miriam Bloom will deliver the traditional Ig Nobel goodbye, goodbye speech.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us honor all the people who helped put this ceremony together. And now, would the Ig Nobel Prize winners and the Nobel laureates and the debaters all please gather together at the front of the stage for a pointless photo opportunity? right, please put your hands together and shower them with self-esteem. Please join us tomorrow afternoon at the Harvard School of Public Health for the IG Medical Lectures. Saturday afternoon, join us at MIT for the IG Informal Lectures. And that's about all we have for you. We do invite those of you who are sitting here in the theater to help us clean up, take some of those lovely paper airplanes and fish brains home with you. And now go home, subscribe to the Annals of Improbable Research. And now on behalf of the Harvard Radcliffe Science Fiction Association, the Harvard Computer Society, the Harvard Radcliffe Society of Physics Students, and Duck Brand Bubble Wrap, the official substance of the 2000 Ig Nobel Prize ceremony, and especially from all of us at the Annals of Improbable Research, thank you for joining us. And remember this final thought. If you did not win an Ig Nobel Prize this year, and especially if you did, better luck next year. Thank you.